to another episode of the Nothing and Everything podcast, where today we will talk a lot about nothing.
And a little about everything.
Ha! Just kidding. Here we go.
Welcome to another episode of the Nothing and Everything podcast, where today we will talk a lot of nothing
and a little bit about everything.
All right. We are back with our low voices.
How those vocals hanging in there, Gerald?
My vocals are not hanging in there. So
mine a little rougher than the last time.
Yeah, you sound a whole lot worser. Worser?
Oh boy.
Worser.
You sound worser. Yeah. Are you gonna do the coughing thing again?
I mean, yeah.
Wait, can we acknowledge our
episode.
our setup, like our studio? Because we have like building blocks, like you've got them out of some
Legos.
preschool classroom or something.
We are not in a preschool classroom. We are actually at Camp Paradise.
Ooh.
Camp Paradise is our student camp over here at Crowder's Ridge Camp, and we're actually in the backstage area. There's actually small groups meeting just on the other side of this wall.
So keep it down.
Kyle, well, you're the loud one.
I am the loud. I'm the loud one of the two. See?
Yes. So anyway,
we should make a list of like between you and I. I'm the this one, and you're the this one.
Let's do that.
Let people comment and like
you're the loud one.
I'm the loud one.
I am the.
Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
This was not a good idea. I'm the math whiz.
Oh boy.
I've gotten a lot of comments about
your math skills.
Matter of fact, on day one, I was going through the line to get some food, and there were some ladies there that were serving there, and they were like, "Hey, so yeah, your math really isn't that good, is it?" And I was like,
"You're like, wow, you listen to the show." So.
Well, at first I was like, "What? What do you mean?" I was like, and then they're like, "Well, but with music, you gotta do a lot of counting." I said, "I count to 4, sometimes 6.
Not by millions." So
yeah, right. And then I'm done.
I watched that again the other day, and I was like, "This is great math."
The funniest
part
part
and the thing was like Austin backed you up. He was like, "Yeah,
convinced.
They would still have like $250-something billion."
Yeah,
and I was like,
"It makes sense, bro. It makes sense. Just
it does."
I was trying to get us some. I was trying to secure the bag.
It didn't happen though.
It didn't happen.
Like if we'd done a little bit better math on the front end.
You know, although Elon is not buying
yeah, what's going on
Twitter
with
right
that?
now. I actually don't know.
I know.
But
there's a lot happening around us.
Yeah.
So
he's not buying Twitter, so that means
it's for sale.
He has extra money. So maybe we can get 1.1 mil.
Wasn't it like 50-something billion? 45 billion, something like that. That's what the offer was.
I mean, it's like nowadays, like who even wants to be a millionaire anymore?
Me.
Right?
Me. I go ahead and raise my hand for that one.
I'm saying it's like, what's $1 million now?
Couple tanks of gas. And
I mean, right? You know?
It does sound like it's like 30 years ago when we were, 10, 15 years old.
Right.
We'd have been like, oh my goodness, $1 million.
Yeah.
And it does sound like it's almost like play money now.
Right. It's like now you need a bill.
Bill.
I need a cool bill. But I mean, whatever. Right now, inflation's killing us. I'm eating bologna at the house.
I do not like bologna ever.
We're legit eating fried bologna at my house. I mean, it's not
like it's got like the red ring around it. Like we have to peel it off.
Gosh, no.
That's bologna.
We're not that bad off.
That's BALONEY, bologna.
Yeah, no, we like bologna with the G in it. So bologna.
You eat fried bologna? Like, do you cook it? Does your wife cook it?
Both of us, man. We get the griddle out, put some cheese on it.
I don't like bologna. I think because that was like a bologna and like sliced American cheese in the little packets. That was what we had growing up. But I just didn't like bologna.
Did you ever eat Spam?
I would eat Spam before I'd eat bologna.
We had Spam and rice growing up. Put some hot sauce on it.
Like a little stir fry? Spam, rice, and like some Texas Pete?
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good, actually.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Takes me back a little bit.
Wait,
anyway.
We started out with Crowder's Ridge.
Yeah, so have you been here before?
This is when I drove on the campus. This is my first time here.
Oh,
this is a cool little, at least from what I've seen.
Nice spot, yeah.
It's a nice spot. But we passed, so is it Crowder State Park or Crowder's Mountain State Park or whatever it is?
Yep.
Which I'm familiar with that, but I've never been at the campground. So
you've hiked Crowder's?
So like a year and a half ago when we started training for the Grand Canyon, there's that, I think it's called like the Linwood Access.
Oh,
it's like the real tall one.
Yeah.
We did that
so
a few times to train.
So you crossed the Grand Canyon, huh?
I crossed it.
Did you do the?
I didn't go
double
back. There's some reasons why.
Well, I mean, number one, it's a long ways. And
That wasn't. Yeah,
about every 100 feet, there's a sign that says "Do not go both ways."
that's true.
So we
I just didn't want to go by myself, and that I look back and I regret it every day. But I was like, I just didn't want to go by myself.
So you went all the way across.
Went all the way across, and I felt fine.
Yeah.
And nobody else in the group that I was with wanted to go back. Everybody had kind of, and there was no injuries. I mean, some people weren't feeling great.
Yeah.
But I honestly was like, I came to do both ways, and I felt.
Oh, did you
I know.
really?
So honestly, I was planning on it, and then, I think it was I don't know if it was conscience or my little wife on the side of my shoulder was like, please don't do anything dumb.
Like the angel and demon?
Yeah, she's the angel, of course. The
good-
demon was
good-
me. And,
good
yeah.
recovery. Good recovery.
But like I'm like, man, I wish I had done it. Just because I felt fine.
Yeah.
Like I was tired and
Yeah,
all that normal
sure.
stuff.
Right.
But anyway.
We did that.
Didn't you do it one way
yeah,
or both ways?
We did it. We just went one way back in 2017. Back in Nam. No.
Got
Yeah.
some of that
Oh,
napalm still hanging around in your throat. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, my throat was on fire. Anyway, yeah, we did that back in the day. It's like a yearly trip for people in our church. It's like, hey, let's go risk our lives and cross the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, nobody went this
It's a lot of fun.
past this year,
It's a lot of fun.
but I'd like to do it again next year. If anybody hears this and would like to go rim to rim to rim,
Not me. I'd set a goal to cross
we could do a
over.
podcast from the Grand Canyon. I just realized that. How awesome would that be?
Do you
We
see the
pack
shoes?
all of
do you
our
see
gear.
The shoes that Austin has on right now?
What are those, Crocs?
You think no? Those are like
Are
like
those the OCs
Nike,
or whatever those are called? Oh,
Like
those on-cloud. What? Whoa!
it's not even.
I
a
couldn't even
shoe.
tell because
It's
of
a
your
sandal.
socks.
He's got a black sock with a black sandal.
Socks with sandals. What?
Mm.
What?
You
Like,
know,
how would you categorize those shoes?
That's its own category. That's not even like a. It's not even like an aqua sock. Remember that back in the day?
Aqua sock.
Remember that?
My children wear when they go to the water park.
Right.
That's what
And
basically
it's not
Austin's
really-
wearing right now.
It's not really jellies because
Jellies.
it's not in the. It's not a Croc family because the toe's exposed.
Yeah, and it's got some Velcro, so it's almost like Ruse.
It's got-
Did you ever have a pair of Ruse back in the day?
I did have. I had some
Put your-
Lottos too.
put-
Remember some Lottos?
I do.
Some soccer shoes.
I couldn't.
Turf shoes or whatever.
Yeah, it had like the little. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I remember Ruse were cool because you could put change in. You remember they had like a
Oh,
little
man,
pouch.
yeah.
I'm like a
Yeah.
marsupial pouch to put my
That's weird, but yeah.
coins.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm saying that was cool in like elementary school.
I feel like Austin will try to take those. Austin,
This is what's cool now, though.
you know, Austin's gotten big in the fishing here lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's your domain. Tell me
well,
about it.
So I was like, "Hey, man, let's start fishing." He's like, "Yeah, it sounds great." So then all of a sudden, he gets like 30 boxes from Amazon because he's got to stock up on stuff. Because I mean, you have two hands, so why not have 10 poles for each hand to fish with, right? So that's his thought process. Here I am.
Did he go like? Did he get over geared? Like, did he overdo it with the gear?
This is there's a guy out there on Instagram that I follow. I can't remember his name, but he's a fishing guy.
Bill
but
Dance.
No, no. I do have a Bill Dance fishing rod, but he's old school. So he's like shows up with a rod and a bobber and a hook and catches 10-pound.
Get everything.
He just catches 10-pound bass.
Yeah.
Because he's digging up earthworms and throwing it out there.
I respect that. Yeah.
So that's like me, right? I
Right.
fish with plastic worms. Austin shows up. He's got like sonar on his phone.
Sonar. Freaking
and-
submarine.
Yeah. So he's down there like he knows exactly the species, like if it's male or female, and like if there's under 37% visibility, then you throw this and you top water with blah.
So he
this
was all in.
certain angle.
Like he went from nothing to everything.
He went from
Wow,
nothing
I didn't even mean to
everything.
do that.
That was really good.
He
Yeah.
went from nothing fisherman to having everything. Wow.
Yeah. So
Wait, has he caught a fish though? Like an actual fish?
the problem is all of his fish are about the size of his hand, so it's like
Carp.
we
You could pull any fish out of the water unless it were a bass. I probably could, or a catfish. I probably could be like, I don't know what that is.
Seriously?
I mean, I'm not like a fisherman. I think it's cool and it's fun.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not familiar with it.
You know, I do want to say, you know, Austin's a pretty swell guy.
Absolutely.
You know, we kind of make fun of him a little bit. I mean, he gets us back because all these little reels he puts out.
I know. He's like, we found the
He's
stupidest
like,
faces that Kyle
yeah,
made and
yeah.
put them all together.
Hey, here's Gerald. Listen to how dumb he sounds with his math.
So like the power button like comments earlier.
We were talking.
He's a lot more powerful than that.
Like we were recording. I thought we were recording, so I started, and he was like, "Wait, I hadn't hit the power button. I hadn't hit the record button yet. We're not recording yet." And so we were like, "You got one job." And then it's like, who is it? Your sister? That's like, why are you so mean to him or something?
Yeah.
Is that, yeah.
It's obvious. Yeah.
So.
Because we're like, you know, we're the elder statesmen in the room
Yeah.
with all this life experience, and
That's right.
Austin's really bringing nothing to the table. I mean, he is. I'm just saying that's how we make it sound.
Maybe I am the nothing. Y'all are everything.
No, I like being nothing. Yeah. So you're and.
Nothing and everything. Like he's the ampersand.
You're the
Isn't that what it's called? Like the little.
Is it amperstamp?
No, it's like I think it's called ampersand.
Ampersand?
Is it ampersand? Ampersand.
Yeah. Ampersand.
Ampersand. Yeah, you're the ampersand. Nothing, ampersand, everything. That's what should have been our podcast. We should have just taken the and out and just make it nothing, ampersand, everything.
Ampersand? Huh. Fantastic.
How does that make you feel, Austin?
Huh?
He's not even paying attention to him.
He's
the content.
I was looking up ampersand.
Yeah, see?
he's redesigning our logo right now.
I
That's
know.
what he's doing.
He's going to emphasize the
Wait, there
ampersand
is
even
an
more.
ampersand in it already.
Yeah.
Right,
in
he
our
knew
logo.
that. See, that was from the beginning. That was his little plan. He knew 26 episodes in.
That's vision right there.
He was going to cut.
Vision.
I'm that good.
Vision. So
It never
we are
ends.
thankful for you.
I feel like you just feel
Alan.
bad now.
I mean, my bad, Austin.
Probably.
Just trying to.
When people start
recover.
commenting on it, I'm like, oh, maybe we
Yeah.
are.
Hey, how are we doing on the socials right now?
We're almost to 2,000 followers.
What do we have to do to get to 2,000, and how will we celebrate?
What will we give away?
We should do. Yeah, we should do a giveaway.
Let's give away one of these blocks right here.
An autographed block.
Yep, a block.
I mean, that giving away that mug at our last live event went over really well. I mean, people were really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like growing some plants
It's
or
a
something.
game
right now.
used mug.
Yeah.
Yes, we're 1866.
Once we hit year,
Once we hit 2,000, we'll give away something.
we'll give away something.
Should we get another run of those mugs? I mean, since we bought 2 last time or 3, and then we break one already.
I think we should have a caricature sticker. What's that word? Caricature
Yeah.
sticker?
I don't know what that is.
Like a monogram?
Monogram?
You mean like an actual sticker? Like
a
with our
sticker,
heads?
but like a cartoon
Version of us?
of us. Like, who?
Don't let Austin decide
Those
it.
never look good, you know? No, I mean, we can go to like Carowinds and get someone to draw one for us.
Let's do a live episode from Carolyn's one day
It's
and
like
just
the,
comment on people.
Like the cover of Step Brothers. You know what I'm talking about? Where we're just sitting there like
Wait,
this,
like-
and Austin's
and-
like right here in the middle.
We're like, it's like the old school, like Olin
That's
Mills
it.
looking photo.
That's it. Yeah,
That's
man.
what we need to get. That's how we should change that, our profile pictures on to that.
That would be awesome.
Just be like,
We gotta do the cheese smile, like
when are we ever going to break into like TikTok? I still don't know anything about it, but like, I mean, apparently people are doing that.
you know. Someone told me actually, Addie Blasi, she wanted to come in here. She's here. She wanted to jump in the podcast and be like, "Hey y'all," and she was like, "I think your podcast is funny, and I think you guys can go viral." And she reminded me again because she was the one that said we can go viral if Austin would just go TikTok. So
Is he the one that's holding us back?
you know,
from the TikToks?
At some point, we have to look at all the cards and decide like.
Ooh, we
Where
should be
would-
careful here because without Austin, we don't really do anything. Like we can do this, but it doesn't get out to anyone without Austin.
I mean, all
without
he
the
does is hit
ampersand.
the record button.
Well, that is true. He's like, you guys check your mics. Okay, record.
Yeah. Well, last week it's like we're talking like this, and he comes in, is like,
He was so loud.
I'm like, Austin, what? So there you have it. So, no, we are thankful for you, though, Austin. You know, Austin was a student here at this camp.
Probably
years
not
ago.
too long ago.
Well, it wasn't that long ago. He is a young buck. But at one point, actually, here's what's funny. His mom, just today,
Yeah.
sent a picture. This is Austin.
Of him at camp. Oh, look at that baby face.
I know. Can you zoom in on this?
You look like Alex in that picture. Look at that.
There he is. This was Austin when he was here. I actually have
You
that
let the
same
locks
t-shirt.
grow out since then?
Mm-hmm. You look a little anorexic in this picture. Was this your emo stage? Were you emo at this point?
I don't know if I was yet.
He said yet. When was your emo stage?
Actually, probably 7th grade.
But 7th grade for you would have been what years roughly?
What do you mean?
Like what?
I don't know.
Well, sorry, it's probably not 19. It's probably 2000.
I graduated 2015.
You graduated high school in 2015?
So 7th grade. I mean, I've been 6 years earlier. So 2009. Was that like the height of emo in your life?
Like skinny jeans had just started coming out.
Yeah.
I was like one of the first.
You were one of the first skinny
Actually-
jeans.
actually, you know-
like he's ahead on the shoes.
Hold on.
So he's
Skinny
ahead of.
jeans been around a long time.
Yeah, but they like
You just
were
filled
co-
them up. Like you had that Husky kid who just kind of filled them up. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I think that was the name of him, Husky.
I had some Huskies when I mean, obviously. I'm just saying you can buy them at Sears or Robux. The Husky jeans.
You know.
I think my grandmother bought me some one time and I got all offended. Like, you think? Oh crap, maybe I am.
Pastor was here teaching on Monday night, and Pastor's real trendy. Well, with his suits, right? So his suits. I mean, he's to the nines with the suits. I mean, he's got all the accoutrements and stuff.
Accoutrements.
All the stuff. Yeah. So anyway, he was talking about how he didn't have nothing to wear to camp. So he said, so my wife went down to the Monroe Hardware and bought me some jeans.
The Monroe Hardware. Who buys their jeans at a hardware store?
Well, one person. So.
But doesn't he have like some like bedazzling going on in the pockets and stuff too?
I don't know.
There's some embroidery. I'm like, I don't know that that's hardware type.
I feel like we should back off this
I know.
subject pretty quick. Now, let's just leave it. At that. If you're looking for some jeans, Monroe Hardware.
You say Monroe?
That's what he said.
Well,
Like that one guy, Kia of
the
Monroe.
Monroe Hardware. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's all I know. So, anyway, Camp Paradise has been going great. It's a wonderful camp. Are we back on this?
Is your voice going to hang in through the week?
You
got three or four more sessions?
I got decisions to make. I can go all in here and sing.
Ooh, yeah.
And then Sunday just
Back it off?
have nothing, or I can kind of back it off a little bit here. Go ahead and kind of shut it down here, and then be ready to go for Sunday morning church. I mean,
So what are you leaning?
I mean, I feel like I need to be ready for Sunday. I don't want, I mean, I don't want to let any of it drop. So whatever.
I get that.
So next week,
Like right now. This is
oh yeah, right. We're speaking into the
this
future.
is on Wednesday. We're speaking into the future in the year 2000.
Won't he do it? We're speaking into the future.
We're not speaking into existence.
In the year 2000.
That was a great bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when this airs on Wednesday,
When this airs,
we
where
are
will we
finishing
be?
up our staff retreat,
Staff retreat. Yeah.
which is, I mean, I enjoy it.
Oh, I love staff retreat. It's fun.
It's tough when it's like coming right off of camps and stuff like that, but getting away with the staff, it's us, our wives, it's a lot of fun.
The whole idea of it, I think, is kind of tough until we get there, and then we get there and it's just like,
I know.
this is so refreshing.
Breaking away from
So
my
good.
kids and
Yeah.
all that junk and making sure they're all taken care of. Do you have any like specific memories that stand out to you from staff retreat? Because I have a couple over the years.
Let me go ahead and say it. I'll go ahead and tell the story.
The year was
I don't know what year
was
it
like
was.
6-7 years ago, probably.
I am terrified of heights. Just terrified. I don't like to fly. I don't like to be upstairs. I don't like to be.
I like to be upstairs.
I feel like I'm not really on the ground. So, anyway, I'm terrified of heights. So, this one year for this team building exercise, we're doing this thing where you climb like this 12 or 15 foot telephone pole. Then you jump off and you grab this like trapeze or whatever that's dangling out there, and then they let you down. So, like
It's like a leap of faith.
A leap of
It's
faith.
got like some
So
Spiritual,
loose spiritual context. So anyway, so everyone's going up. All the other pastors went, and even like some of the admins were there, and like people's moms were showing up, grandmas,
their elderly parents that came out of the nursing home for the day. They were doing it.
Right. So everyone's doing it. So I'm like, oh gosh, okay. Well, then I get a certain person who gets their jeans from Monroe Hardware was like, Gerald, you got to go up there and do it. And I was like,
so you weren't planning on doing it?
Oh no! When I walked out there, well, first of all, the guy
I don't
was
think
like,
I did the leap of faith. I did the big swing thing where they take you up and it's kind of almost bungee like where you do like I did that.
So the guy was like, "Hey, we're gonna do a high ropes course." When he said that, I was like, "I'm not interested. I'm not interested in high ropes. I'm not interested in being outside. I want to sit inside and play games on my phone or something." Anyway, so we go out there, and I'm like, "I'm not really interested in this." Well, this certain person was like, "You got to go do it. You got to go do it." So I was like, "You know what? I'll give it a shot." So I'm climbing the pole, every rung of that ladder. I'm like, this was a mistake. This was a mistake. So I get to the top. So I've done this.
Because you got to get on the top of the telephone pole. That's
that's
not it. That's not an easy maneuver though.
I wear a size 11 shoe, and about a good size 5 shoe would fit on top of that. So I'm like hanging over, whatever. Anyway, so I'm nervous about it. I'm climbing up, thinking this is a mistake. I'd done that portion before. Climbed to the top. I just couldn't stand up on the top. My legs were shaking too bad, so I had to come back down. That's embarrassing, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I get to the top, and I'm like, all right, well, at this point, I'm already here.
And it's probably 30 feet off the ground, 40 feet off the ground.
I mean, it's a 12-foot pole. Wasn't it?
What a 12-foot pole.
Was it higher than that?
It was pretty high. Yeah, I mean, it's like a light pole. I mean, it wasn't 12 feet. 12 foot is like 2 foot higher than a basketball goal.
Which is high. Which is why I choose not to dunk.
This is why I choose not to dunk. Like, you have that option.
Yeah. Instead of dunking,
no,
I just
it
pull up and shoot
it
a
was
quick
probably
layup.
30 feet high. Because I remember, and I was like,
okay.
That's pretty high. I mean, even way up there.
Well, then this sounds this story sounds even better.
Yeah, right.
So we're 150,000 feet in the air. I'm terrified. And so I get to the top, and I'm like, okay, I just got to stand up. Just stand up. Just stand up. So I was like, 3, 2, 1, boom. I stand up, and I was like, okay. So I was terrified. My legs were shaking. Hands were sweating like crazy. But I was like, okay, well, I got past this part. So then the trapeze is out there. So I was like, all right, well. So I decided I was going to jump, and I was going to jump far to make sure I don't miss, because I didn't want to miss.
Yeah.
So I jump, and I jump so high, I catch the bar like right here, out in front of me.
You were all
And I was
locked
tense
up.
as I can be. And then when I kind of came down, and when I did, my shoulder just came out of joint. So
Well, because I think what set it up for all of us on the ground was
Right.
like before somebody had done it.
Aaron Peters.
Yeah, and
was
they
doing
tried to do
pull-ups.
like a pull up on the bar once they got to the bar, and we're like, oh, he's showing off whatever. So when your incident happened, that's what we thought. Oh, Gerald's kind of one up him.
So I jumped, and when I came down, my shoulder was next to my ear, and I literally just hear like it's just ripping out of joint, right? So it was dislocated or whatever. So I let go with one hand, and that's when everyone was like, "Oh, one-handed."
That's what we
pull-up."
thought you were all doing.
I remember that.
Because nobody had a clue that that's what
Right.
happened, and we thought,
Right.
oh, he's about to do a one-arm
Yeah.
pull-up.
So then I was like, let me down. And the guy's like, you got to let go of the bar. So then, again, I'm terrified. 'Cause
And
I
your one
know-
arm is just like,
So my arm is dangling. Literally, my shirt is like right here. So I look down, and I see like my shoulder is like right here. So I come down, and I lay down on the ground. And like, I mean, it hurt.
I believe it.
So I lay down on the ground, and the guy literally just pulls down on my elbow right there. And I just hear it go. And it just went right back in. And it was like immediate relief.
Oh, wow.
Immediate relief. So, and then, yeah. And I remember Adam Hamilton and someone else. He was our bus driver, and we had to go.
That's right.
You remember
Adam
Adam?
Hamilton was the bus driver.
And you remember how, like, it's only like 2 hours away, but it took us like 6 hours to get home because he
Well,
drove.
we drove into like South Carolina, and we were like, "Why? Wait, why are we in South Carolina?"
Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. Anyway, yeah, so we're like riding around trying to find like a doctor, and we end up at like some like horse, like, I don't know, some horse medical facility or something.
Wow.
It was
didn't know
someplace
about
weird. It
that
was like
part.
an animal clinic where we stopped to get X-rays. It was
An
weird.
animal clinic.
Yeah. So anyway, that was that, Kyle.
Man,
Thank
that was
you
a rough one. It was good.
Yeah.
It was a good memory though.
for
It built
For who?
so much team spirit that year.
Really?
We all rallied around you and your injury.
No, I think the only reason
It
why
made us
y'all were
fight
happy
even
was
harder.
because I think someone here was like, yeah, this is a liability. We're not doing this kind of stuff anymore.
No, that was the one that got us out
Now
of
it's
doing.
like, hey, let's
them-
just go out to eat. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that. Let's just go out to eat.
Let's play Can Jam from now on.
Yeah. Yep.
We played a lot of cornhole. I took everybody's money those couple of years in a row, and then we stopped playing it because we're like, Kyle's just gonna win.
Well,
Remember that?
we weren't gambling there. Just let's clarify.
Right, but
that.
there was a first place.
Yeah.
We weren't gambling.
I mean, well,
There
you
was
made it sound
prize-
like you took
there were
everybody's
prizes.
money. There were some prizes. It was fun. We had a good time. So
Well, hopefully this year will be nothing short
we will be
of a
retreating
dislocated shoulder.
and just hanging out, and it's a great time to refresh and
I see what you're doing here.
what?
That's a segue to land the plane. Look at Austin's face. He's totally zoomed out like he's
He
not
is.
even paying attention.
He's not even. His phone's not even in his hand. He's lost interest in what
He's
we're talking
like-
about.
I'm the Ampersand? What?
He's redesigned our logo.
Probably.
So anyway, so it'll be a great time to kind of pull back just
Oh.
from the hectic schedule of summer
Yep.
and just ministry schedule, and kind of regroup and refresh, and then come back ready to rock and roll.
With all new content.
I think we're gonna have a little bit of kind of the same feel.
Yeah?
You wanna tell our people?
Well, so, ladies and gentlemen, fans of the Nothing and Everything podcast, this will be the end of season 1, episode 26. We'll take a little break for a few weeks, but season 2, right around the corner. Before you know it, we'll be back in your ears.
Yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of time off, maybe a month, just to well, we won't have new content. It'll just be pretty much the same old stuff.
We'll just recycle the garbage that we've already put out there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great time.
It'll be fun. It'll be good though. I mean, going back to school, starting a new kind of like ministry year. There's a lot going on. It'll give us time to kind of.
Well, and you got like 2 more weeks of
recalibrate.
vacation coming up or something, right? I mean, God,
I haven't taken 1 week of vacation yet.
but you are.
I mean, I've been working. The working vacations.
So you're taking a vacation.
I am taking a vacation the second week of August.
which is why we can't record.
Aren't you taking a vacation around that time as well?
Nope.
Are-
I'll be here. I'm ready to record. Remember my family vacation where I stayed on that Thursday and we did an episode and then I left
Oh yeah,
because
that's dedication.
I'm committed.
I think we're pretty committed. We're
We're so committed. We're taking a break.
I know, but we're like in a warehouse right now on some like jungle
This is-
gym
bro,
blocks
this
or
is
something.
this is the green room, man. This is look.
This
My
is
guitar's
nice.
right there. This is the green room.
The backstage at kids camp was
Much worse.
worse. You think?
Worser.
Worse.
I don't know. All right. Well, so we are going to take a break. We'll be back probably, I don't know, sometime in a couple weeks. Just, yeah, be looking for content. We will do a couple of things.
We're gonna be looking for content for the month while we're off, so that when we come back, we'll be like, "Hey, what are we gonna talk about?" I don't know.
So I'm sure in the meantime, we'll figure out things to do, like Kyle will cut his grass. And
Tomorrow, actually, if y'all want to stop by the house tomorrow,
I'll be looking for restaurants to eat at. Because I like to eat.
Yep. So stupid.
This is fantastic. Thanks for tuning in.
This is the end of season 1.
the end of season
I feel like we should like have a cliffhanger or something. You know, like a
Bum, bum, bum.
yeah, exactly. Like a to be. I mean, not that it's.
I felt like
to be
episode
continued.
23 was that.
Which one was that? Oh, that was
23 the...
That was camp, wasn't it? No, that was 22. Is this 26? 25 was last week. 24 was that would have. I think
23 was the apology. I mean, 24
that was
the
July
apology.
4th. Yeah. The what?
The apology.
The apology.
It was too late to apologize.
Sometimes
now.
I get that song stuck in my head.
So the problem was... Well, okay, never mind. We'll talk about that later.
Next season,
bum.
in season 2.
In season 2. We'll see you in season 2. Bye.